What if one of the most powerful tools for extending your life, preserving your health, and enhancing your day to day vitality wasn't a high priced supplement, a cutting edge medical treatment, or a complicated workout routine, but something as simple and delicious as the fruit you eat each day? It may sound too good to be true, but growing research suggests that certain fruits, often overlooked and sitting quietly on supermarket shelves, hold extraordinary healing potential, especially for older adults seeking to stay sharp, energized, and independent well into their later years. We live in a world obsessed with miracle cures and quick fixes, yet nature has quietly provided us with her own version of superfoods, fruits that are not just sweet and satisfying, but biologically active, meaning they interact directly with your body's systems in ways that can slow aging, strengthen your heart, protect your brain, and even supercharge your immune response. But here's the catch: not all fruits are created equal. While many offer basic nutrition, a select few go far beyond. These fruits are rich in potent compounds like polyphenols, flavonoids, fiber, enzymes, and antioxidants that act like microscopic warriors inside your body, fighting inflammation, neutralizing cellular damage, and helping regulate critical systems like blood sugar and circulation. And yet, despite their benefits being backed by a growing mountain of scientific evidence, these fruits are often underrated, misunderstood, or simply forgotten in the modern diet. They don't always carry fancy labels or viral fame, but what they lack in hype, they make up for in real, long term impact on your health and quality of life. In this guide, we're going to unveil 5 of the most impactful fruits you should consider eating every single day, especially if you're over 60 and want to take control of how you age. These aren't exotic or expensive, they're affordable, accessible, and incredibly effective. And once you understand what they can do for your body, you'll never look at them the same way again. Whether you're hoping to sharpen your memory, protect your heart, improve digestion, reduce inflammation, or simply feel more alive each day, these fruits offer nature's most delicious way to support your well being, bite after bite. So, before you reach for another processed snack or sugary treat, consider this. One small change in your daily fruit routine could create ripple effects across your entire body, from your brain to your bones to your immune system. Let's take a closer look at these 5 remarkable fruits and discover how something so simple can truly be life changing. Tucked away in their deep violet skins, blueberries hold a secret that science is only beginning to fully appreciate. A secret that may help protect your brain, preserve your memories, and empower you to stay mentally sharp as the years go by. These unassuming little berries are nothing short of a natural neurological powerhouse. Rich in anthocyanins, one of the most potent types of antioxidants found in nature, blueberries are uniquely equipped to safeguard the brain from age-related decline. Anthocyanins not only give blueberries their signature color, but they also help neutralize the free radicals and oxidative stress that gradually damage neurons and erode cognitive function over time. As we age, the brain becomes more vulnerable. Neural pathways that once fired effortlessly may begin to slow, and synaptic connections, the bridges between brain cells, may weaken. This can lead to forgetfulness, mental fog, and even the early signs of dementia. But blueberries step in like tiny bodyguards, fortifying those neural pathways, preserving brain cell health, and keeping your mental faculties resilient. Their benefits go beyond mere protection. Research suggests that blueberries may actually enhance communication between neurons, stimulating the brain's ability to process new information, recall past events, and stay emotionally stable. This makes them a powerful ally in maintaining not just memory, but overall cognitive vitality, the clarity of thought, quickness of mind, and emotional calm that allow us to stay connected with ourselves and others. Consider the story of Robert, a retired school teacher in his late 70s. For most of his life, Robert was known for his quick wit and encyclopedic memory. But over the years, he noticed subtle shifts. He struggled to find words, missed appointments, and forgot names he'd once recalled without effort. His confidence waned. Then, on the advice of his daughter, Robert began incorporating a generous serving of fresh blueberries into his daily breakfast, sprinkled over oatmeal or blended into smoothies. Within a few short months, his clarity returned. His thoughts felt sharper, his energy more balanced, and most importantly, his sense of self was restored. What makes blueberries so extraordinary is that they don't just benefit the brain in isolation. They support the entire neurovascular system, improving blood flow to the brain, helping regulate blood pressure, and reducing inflammation throughout the body. A healthy brain needs healthy blood vessels, and blueberries nourish both. They're also rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, manganese, and soluble fiber, supporting everything from immune function to digestion and blood sugar regulation. Their low glycemic index makes them a perfect choice for those managing diabetes or prediabetes, especially common among seniors. The beauty of blueberries lies in their simplicity and versatility. They require no peeling, no prepping, just rinse and eat. Toss them into a spinach salad, stir them into Greek yogurt, freeze them for a chilled treat, or bake them into warm, heart-healthy muffins. The possibilities are endless. But above all, what matters most is consistency. Blueberries are not a magic bullet, but when eaten daily, they act like a long-term investment in your mind's health and vitality. One small habit, one small fruit, making a quiet but powerful impact on how you think, feel, and remember. So, the next time you pass by a basket of blueberries in the store, don't underestimate their power. These tiny fruits carry the weight of something far greater, the ability to preserve your inner world, your stories, your memories, and the clarity that keeps you fully engaged in the life you love. Soft, buttery, and almost decadent in texture, the avocado is often praised for its taste, but its true power lies beneath the surface. For those in their golden years seeking not just to live longer, but to live better, this humble fruit offers profound support to the two most essential systems that sustain vitality: the cardiovascular system and the body's circulatory flow. At first glance, the avocado might not seem like a typical health food. It's rich, it's fatty, and it feels indulgent. But dig deeper, and you'll find that its richness comes from the kind of fat your heart craves: monounsaturated fats, which have been shown to lower harmful LDL cholesterol while simultaneously raising HDL cholesterol, the protective form that keeps arteries clear and flexible. In an age where heart disease remains one of the top health concerns for older adults, that distinction matters more than ever. These healthy fats don't just help lower the risk of heart attacks and strokes, they also play a crucial role in reducing internal inflammation, the often silent culprit behind a range of age-related issues, from joint pain and sluggish circulation to brain fog and fatigue. By calming inflammation at the cellular level, avocados promote a smoother, more resilient internal environment where blood can flow freely, oxygen reaches every tissue, and energy levels remain stable throughout the day. Just as impressive is the avocado's generous dose of potassium, a mineral that tends to decline in our diets as we age, despite being vital for heart and vascular health. Potassium helps the body flush out excess sodium, eases tension in the walls of blood vessels, and naturally lowers blood pressure. For seniors who struggle with hypertension or poor circulation, this mineral can be a game changer. Unlike bananas, avocados offer potassium without the sugar spike, making them ideal for older adults managing blood sugar sensitivity. But the benefits don't stop at the heart. Avocados are also loaded with dietary fiber, which plays a key role in managing cholesterol, regulating blood sugar, and improving digestion. A well-functioning digestive system is essential for nutrient absorption, gut-brain connection, and immune resilience, all of which become more fragile with age. And then there are the micronutrients: vitamin E for cell repair and radiant skin, B vitamins and folate for mental clarity and emotional well-being, magnesium for muscle and nerve function. Together, they create a full-body support system that touches everything from the skin you see to the tissues and vessels you don't. Few stories illustrate this better than that of Frank, a 75-year-old former construction manager who had always lived an active life. Over time, though, his blood pressure became erratic, and despite medications and effort, he felt more fatigued, more stiff, and more discouraged each day. At the gentle push of his daughter, and after some research of his own, Frank decided to try something different. He ditched the sugary cereals and salty breakfast snacks and began each morning with a slice of whole grain toast topped with mashed avocado, a drizzle of olive oil, and a pinch of sea salt. Within weeks, Frank noticed not only that his blood pressure was evening out, but that his mornings were easier. He woke up with more energy, felt lighter in his joints, and even began sleeping more deeply. What surprised him most wasn't just the change in how he felt. It was how simple it had been. One small change, one simple fruit. That's the beauty of the avocado. It doesn't demand much but offers so much in return. It blends seamlessly into your meals, sliced in salads, mashed into spreads, blended into smoothies, or eaten straight from the skin with a spoon. It satisfies hunger without spiking blood sugar, supports the heart without medication, and brings flavor and richness to any plate without compromising health. Unlike many so-called health foods that require constant prep or taste adjustment, avocados are effortless and rewarding, especially for those navigating the unique nutritional needs of aging. They offer nourishment that works behind the scenes, empowering you to keep walking farther, breathing easier, thinking more clearly, and waking up with a body that feels just a little more energized each day. So the next time you reach for something to fuel your day, consider the fruit that your heart, brain, and body will thank you for. Not just today, but in the many healthy tomorrows to come. With their ruby red seeds and bold, tangy sweetness, pomegranates are more than just a feast for the senses. They're a time-honored symbol of life, energy, and resilience. Revered for centuries in ancient cultures as a fruit of abundance and healing, modern science is now uncovering just how powerful this vibrant fruit can be, especially for older adults seeking to slow the aging process and restore the vital flow of energy throughout the body. At the heart of pomegranate's rejuvenating magic is its abundance of polyphenols, a class of powerful plant compounds known for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. These compounds work deep at the cellular level to neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that accelerate aging, damage tissues, and contribute to chronic conditions like arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and cognitive decline. One of the most remarkable benefits of pomegranates is their ability to improve blood flow and oxygen delivery throughout the body. As we age, our circulatory system naturally loses efficiency. Blood vessels may stiffen, oxygen distribution becomes less effective, and we start to feel the effects: cold hands and feet, mental fatigue, slower wound healing, and a general sense of sluggishness. Pomegranates help counteract this process by relaxing and dilating blood vessels, allowing blood to circulate more freely and nourishing every cell with oxygen and nutrients. This enhanced circulation doesn't just help the heart, it energizes the brain, strengthens muscles, supports joint function, and even improves the skin's natural glow. Better circulation means you think more clearly, move more freely, and recover more quickly. It's like turning the lights back on in areas that were slowly dimming. Just as impressive is pomegranate's role in cellular regeneration and immune support. The antioxidants in its juice and seeds protect cells from early degeneration and encourage repair, key elements in maintaining healthy tissues, sharp thinking, and strong immunity as we grow older. With regular consumption, many people report improved stamina, less joint stiffness, and a noticeable lift in mood and energy. A beautiful example of this can be seen in Dorothy, an 80-year-old woman known in her neighborhood for her independence and joyful spirit. In recent years, though, she had started experiencing aching joints, low energy, and difficulty keeping up with daily routines. Rather than turning to more pills, she explored natural options and discovered the power of pure pomegranate juice. She began drinking a small glass each morning with breakfast. Within a few weeks, she noticed her knees felt less stiff, her walks were longer, and her days felt lighter and more hopeful. That simple ritual became her secret weapon against aging fatigue. Pomegranates also support immune function, which naturally weakens with age. Rich in vitamin C and anti-inflammatory nutrients, this fruit strengthens the body's defense system, helping prevent infections, reduce recovery time, and guard against the low-grade inflammation that underlies many age-related conditions. And it's not just the health benefits. Pomegranates are a delight to eat. Their jewel-like seeds, called arils, add a juicy pop of flavor and color to everything from oatmeal and salads to yogurt bowls and smoothies. Prefer a simpler option? A glass of unsweetened, 100% pure pomegranate juice is a convenient and effective way to enjoy its benefits, as long as it's free of added sugars and preservatives. Pomegranates are one of the few fruits that truly nourish the body from the inside out, reviving your cells, boosting circulation, calming inflammation, and infusing your day with a sense of renewed energy and strength. Beneath its radiant orange flesh and soft tropical fragrance, the papaya holds more than just flavor. It carries within it one of nature's most nurturing gifts for the aging body. This fruit, often overlooked for flashier superfoods, quietly performs a symphony of healing in the background, working its magic where the modern body often needs it most, in the gut, where all health begins, and in the immune system, where all resilience is born. At the heart of papaya's soothing power lies an extraordinary enzyme called papain, a naturally occurring digestive enzyme that mimics the body's own ability to break down proteins. As we grow older, our digestive systems slow down. Meals that once passed through the stomach with ease now leave behind bloating, gas, and discomfort. Nutrients that were once absorbed quickly are now left unclaimed, leading to fatigue, brain fog, and sluggish immunity. This is where papaya steps in. Papain supports the body's digestive efforts without demanding more energy or creating harsh side effects. It helps food move more smoothly through the system, relieving constipation, preventing indigestion, and enhancing nutrient absorption, so that every meal becomes more than just calories, but true cellular nourishment. Its role in protein digestion is especially crucial for older adults, many of whom struggle to digest meat and protein-rich foods that are essential for maintaining muscle mass, bone strength, and immune defense. But papaya's influence doesn't end in the stomach. It is also an abundant source of vitamin C, a cornerstone nutrient in immune health. Vitamin C helps stimulate the production of white blood cells, protects them from oxidative damage, and keeps inflammation in check. Alongside that, papaya offers a rich dose of beta-carotene, the plant-based precursor to vitamin A, which nourishes the skin, eyes, and mucosal linings, our body's first lines of defense against infection and environmental stress. For older adults whose immune systems no longer respond as swiftly, this combination creates a powerful yet gentle reinforcement. Papaya doesn't just support immunity during illness, it strengthens it before illness even arrives. With regular consumption, many people report fewer colds, faster recovery times, and a deeper sense of daily vitality. Take the story of Margaret, a 76-year-old woman whose vibrant spirit had slowly faded under the weight of constant digestive troubles. Meals became uncomfortable events filled with bloating, cramping, and irregularity. Over time, her energy declined, her mood dipped, and she began to withdraw from the simple joys of life. Long walks, family dinners, even laughter felt heavy. Then, a small suggestion changed everything. A neighbor shared a slice of ripe papaya over lunch and mentioned its healing benefits. That evening, Margaret bought one. The next day, she tried another. Within a few short weeks, her body responded. Her digestion began to stabilize. She felt lighter, both physically and emotionally. Her appetite returned. So did her joy. That's the quiet miracle of papaya. It doesn't just restore digestion, it restores hope. It lifts the fog, the fatigue, the sense of decline, and replaces it with ease, movement, lightness. And it does all this while treating the body with extraordinary gentleness. For those with sensitive stomachs, papaya is a balm. Its tender fiber soothes the lining of the gut. Its enzymes support the natural rhythm of elimination. Its subtle sweetness comforts rather than overwhelms. Unlike synthetic supplements or over-the-counter pills, it works with the body, not against it. The beauty of papaya is also in its simplicity. It asks so little in return. It needs no fancy preparation, just slice, scoop, and savor. It pairs beautifully with yogurt and oats for a gut-friendly breakfast, blends smoothly into tropical smoothies, and makes an elegant dessert all on its own with a drizzle of lime. Each bite is a gentle act of restoration. But papaya is more than fruit. For the aging body, it is an ally, a quiet friend, a reminder that healing does not always come in a bottle or a prescription, but sometimes in the flesh of a fruit, grown under the sun, waiting patiently to be received. At first glance, the apple may seem too familiar, too ordinary to hold anything remarkable. It doesn't boast exotic colors or mysterious origins. It's not rare or expensive, but hidden within its crisp skin and fragrant flesh is a quiet, consistent strength, a strength that has stood the test of time and science. For older adults navigating the complex path of aging, apples offer a steady hand, gently calming inflammation, regulating blood sugar, supporting the gut, and enhancing the body's natural rhythm of renewal. What makes apples so uniquely therapeutic is the powerful synergy of their natural components, starting with pectin, a type of soluble fiber that has long been celebrated for its regulatory effects on digestion and blood sugar. As we age, our bodies often become less efficient at managing glucose levels. Energy swings become more frequent. Insulin sensitivity weakens. Yet apples, without fanfare, step in to bring order. Pectin slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, helping to prevent spikes and crashes that can wreak havoc on energy, mood, and long-term metabolic health. But the magic of apples doesn't stop at blood sugar. They are also rich in polyphenols and flavonoids, plant-based antioxidants that go to battle against the silent fire of chronic inflammation. Unlike acute inflammation, which is the body's healthy response to injury or infection, chronic inflammation is the slow, low-burning threat that eats away at our health over time. It contributes to joint pain, heart disease, cognitive decline, and even depression. The compounds in apples work to quench that internal fire, soothing tissues, protecting cells, and helping to maintain fluidity in the joints, clarity in the mind, and strength in the heart. And still, there's more. Apples also offer a gentle but essential contribution to gut health, which is increasingly recognized as a cornerstone of whole-body wellness. The fiber and polyphenols found in apples act as prebiotics, feeding the good bacteria in the digestive tract and creating a more diverse and resilient microbiome. A balanced gut microbiome supports not just digestion, but immune function, mental health, and hormonal balance. In this way, apples quietly nurture a system of internal harmony that reverberates through every other part of the body. To truly understand the power of this fruit, one only needs to meet Henry, an 82-year-old man whose days had grown slower and stiffer with age. His joints ached when he rose from bed. His stomach often felt unsettled. His energy ebbed by mid-morning, leaving him fatigued and mentally dull. Though he had long abandoned the hope of dramatic change, Henry decided to try one small thing. He added one apple a day to his routine, sometimes with breakfast, sometimes as a midday snack, always with the peel on. He liked the crisp sound it made when he bit in. It reminded him of youth. And slowly, the change came. His digestion improved first, gentler, easier, more regular. Then his joints, less swollen, more fluid, and eventually a return of something more subtle. Presence, awareness, a sharper mind, and steadier mood. It wasn't a miracle. It was consistency. And that's where apples shine. They are humble, accessible, and forgiving. You don't need to juice them, blend them, or bake them into elaborate recipes. You can eat them raw, sliced with almond butter, tossed into salads, or baked with a dusting of cinnamon for a warming treat. Their skin contains the highest concentration of nutrients, so eating them whole ensures you receive the full spectrum of their gifts. And unlike many health-promoting foods, apples are incredibly versatile and widely available year-round, making them an easy, affordable addition to any diet. Their flavor is gentle, their effect is profound, and their presence is comforting, offering nourishment not just to the body, but to the spirit. Apples don't promise instant transformation. They don't chase trends. Instead, they invite you into a slower kind of healing, one that builds strength quietly, reinforces balance gently, and honors the body's need for rhythm, routine, and restoration. Now that we've walked through the vibrant world of healing fruits, let's take a step back and breathe in the simplicity and power of what we've just discovered. We're not talking about exotic powders, expensive elixirs, or overwhelming diets. We're talking about real food, beautiful, living nourishment straight from nature. And these 5 fruits, they're not just good for you, they're deeply supportive to the specific systems that matter most as we age. Let's revisit them, one by one, not as facts on a list, but as living gifts, each offering a unique form of renewal. Blueberries, small but mighty, they guard your brain like devoted sentinels. Rich in anthocyanins, they help preserve memory, sharpen focus, and protect you from cognitive decline. A handful a day feeds not only your body, but your mind and your memories. Avocados, silky, rich, and satisfying, they soothe the heart and arteries. With healthy fats, potassium, and fiber, they keep your blood vessels elastic, your blood pressure steady, and your heart beating strong. One creamy slice may offer more cardiovascular protection than you imagine. Pomegranates, bursting with ruby red vitality, they flood your bloodstream with antioxidants that revitalize circulation and guard your cells against premature aging. They don't just nourish your heart, they spark renewal throughout your entire body. Papayas, gentle, healing, and soft on the stomach, they repair the gut and fortify the immune system. With natural enzymes and inflammation-fighting compounds, they help your body digest, absorb, and heal, restoring balance from the inside out. Apples, crisp and classic, they bring structure to your body's rhythm. By fighting inflammation, feeding the gut, and balancing blood sugar, apples support everything from joint mobility to mental clarity. They're a ritual of restoration, disguised as a snack. Each of these fruits speaks to a different part of you: your mind, your heart, your circulation, your digestion, your immune resilience. And together, they form a full-body support system that works quietly, gently, and consistently, day after day. So the question is not, can fruit really change my health? The question is, what might happen if you gave your body just a little more of what it's been asking for all along? The truth is, change doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't need to feel like sacrifice. You don't need to be perfect or eat perfectly. You just need to begin with one act of nourishment repeated with intention. It might be tossing blueberries into your morning oatmeal, swapping a sugary pastry for avocado toast, drinking a small glass of pomegranate juice before your walk, enjoying a slice of fresh papaya after lunch, crunching into a juicy apple instead of reaching for chips in the afternoon. These choices are small on the surface, but enormous in impact. They are how we build wellness, one bite at a time. So now, take a quiet moment. Ask yourself, which of these 5 fruits already lives in your kitchen? Which one are you curious to invite into your daily rhythm? Which fruit could become your new morning ritual, your mid-afternoon reset, your evening act of self-care? And when you find your answer, begin there. If this message stirred something in you, if it gave you hope or clarity, we'd love to hear your voice in the comments. Tell us, which fruit will you start with this week? What does your new routine look like? And if you found this helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's the best way to stay connected as we continue this journey together, one that's rooted in wisdom, sustained by nature, and built on the belief that it's never too late to feel fully alive again. As we grow older, the journey toward health becomes less about chasing perfection and more about returning to the simple, the natural, the deeply nourishing. It's in these small, everyday choices that real transformation takes root. A handful of blueberries to awaken the mind, a slice of avocado to calm the heart, a few pomegranate seeds to ignite renewal, a bowl of papaya to restore the gut, a crisp apple to steady your energy and spirit. These are not just fruits. They are daily rituals of care, quiet acts of love you give to your body, seeds of strength you plant in your future. You don't need to change everything overnight. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to start. So today, we invite you, gently, sincerely, to choose one. Just one. Add it to your plate. Make it part of your rhythm. Feel how your body responds. Notice how your energy shifts, how your mind clears, how your spirit feels supported. And as the days pass, let that one fruit become a doorway to more vitality, more clarity, more joy. Which fruit will you begin with? How will you care for yourself, one small bite at a time? We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your questions, or your story in the comments below. And if this message resonated with you, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to stay connected with more simple, soulful ways to nourish your life. Your best years are not behind you. They're within you. Let's rediscover them together.